So tonight I'm going to play a few holes, run you through my bag, what's currently in the bag, what might be changing in the bag as we go through the season. And I thought no better place to start than on the putting green. But first of all, because I think you know what putter I've got, I'm actually going to talk about head cover. Now we've got a little bit of a change in here. I can get that to focus. So I am lucky enough to be going to Paris. I'm going to the Ryder Cup, so I thought I'd show my allegiance early, buy the putter head cover, come on Europe. So now that's gone, and it does throw well. And if you've done and looked through some of mine and Simon's putter reviews, the club cover throw is a personal favourite. Okay, so we have the Adele in the bag. Now, in a couple of the vlogs recently, I've been trying an Odyssey, but I've gone back to my Adele. It is, I don't even know what it is. It's an E1. I trusted the fitting so much. I just said to him, I don't even need to know what it is. So it's an E1. I've still got the round grip on. So I've still got the Adele grip on there. And I've got quite a different weighting system in mine. I've got 90 grams of weight under the grip, so quite low down. Makes the shaft quite heavy and makes the head weight not quite so dominant. I just don't like that feeling of it, feeling like it moves around too much. So we better put this to the test. Let's see if we can hold one. So as some of you would have seen, I have had a few putters across the time that we've been doing this on YouTube, but I think going back and settling now with the Adele and trusting the fitting process, trusting that it's pointing in the right place because it's been fitted by Matt. And if you haven't seen that video, please go back through our back catalogue. You'll find that video of me and Simon being fitted for these putters. It's then just believing in that process, knowing that that is the right process to go through. You are aiming in the right place, the weight is correct for you, and then just trusting what's in your hand. And then I have been working on a few swing and stroke mechanics within my putting as well, mostly on terms of my speed control. So we'll run through my bag later on, but I do use a training aid from Aim Point that's been working on speed control. That's been helping a lot. So better go on and hit some more shots. So where should we go next? Wedges. Let's go to wedges. Okay, so wedges. Now I only carry two scoreable bottom end wedges. They are both Mizuno. So I've got a 52 in 9 degrees of bounce and a 58 in 8 degrees of bounce. See how I had to check my own equipment there? It's terrible, isn't it? Just forget what's on them, to be honest. I've got them in the blue finish. I think they look quite nice in the blue. I quite like it. It's a little bit different. They're the T7 editions, so got the 52 and the 58 there. They do wear quite a lot. The blue does come off of the sole pretty quickly once they go through the bunkers and bits and pieces. But two wedges that I've sort of sat with in my bag. I tend to go pitching wedge, 52, 58, and I've done that for a number of years now. I think for me it just simplifies the bottom end of the bag. I either see it going in slightly lower with 52, slightly higher with 56, and then needing to sort anything else out from there, I can go pitching wedges and 9 irons from that point of view. So actually it simplifies the bottom end for me. Still fitted with Project X 5.5s, so they will sit through the entire bag. So when we go on to the irons next, you'll see the exact same shaft. Exact same grip as well. I've got the multi-compounds. I've got them on upside down or back to front, whichever way you want to look at it. So that the writing's on the back. I just don't like the way, I just don't like any writing on the front. I've always just turned them round the other way. They've got 2 layers of tape underneath. When they came through, just felt just a little bit thin in my hand, so I just put another layer underneath. I just do that more by feel than anything else. It's one of those that grip size has been proven that it doesn't actually affect the curvature of the shot as much as everybody thinks it does. So it's more of a thing of what I'm comfortable with. So from here we've got a shot to a back pin. I'm actually going to play this slightly lower, pitch it in the middle of the green and have it run up. So that's how simple I'd see this shot. 52 for me, a little lower, and then go and hit it. Okay guys, so we're down in the fairway. I've got my irons. Now moving through, like we said in the wedges, I've still got Project X 5.5s in here, same grips, still on the wrong way round. This one's actually got the shaft label that's a bit worn away because these are fairly old in my bag. These have probably been in the bag for about 3.5 years now. Absolutely love them. I love the forgiveness that they offer me, with the feel also that I get back off of these clubs is absolutely superb. I am a bit of a Mizuno fan though, as you all know. So I have these 5-3 pitching wedge. So I actually use 2 slightly bigger irons in the top of my bag that we'll show you in a second, and they're in there more for forgiveness purposes. I don't play loads and loads and loads, although that will be changing with obviously this project wind going through, but I don't see the point in making the top of the bag any harder than it needs to be. Make it as easy as possible. This game is ridiculously hard as it is, so I've gone for a little bit more forgiveness, so you can still see the cavity in the back of these MP25s, but a superb looking and feeling iron. So let's hit it into 18 and see how we go. Okay guys, so now it's the long iron replacements. So now these are the Mizuno Fly High. So these are pretty old now, but I had the 3-iron in this for a long time and absolutely loved it. Then looked for a replacement 4 as well, and just didn't know why I didn't switch to that just such a long time ago. It makes things so much easier at the top end of the bag. Both launch really high, you can flight them low if you need to. Do everything I need it to out of a long iron, but just offer me so much more forgiveness. Tend to use them off the tee on a short par 4 like this, so just trying to find the fairway with that 3-iron, you can start to flight it high and low in wind, knock the shots down. They're just so much more versatile at the top of the bag, having them with that little bit more forgiveness, even if that is just me looking at them and not feeling that they're quite as small or I need to hit it absolutely perfect. It's just that added internal pressures are just a let go. So much easier to use, so I better hit one. Well, I put myself under pressure now. Right, I'm going to hit the 3 down here just to try and control it into the fairway. Let's hit a fairway and let's set up another chance. That was the perfect example. Slightly out of the toe, but still down the middle of the fairway. Love these things. Try these guys. If you haven't got anything that replaces the top end of your bag and you're struggling, try something like this. Brilliant. Towed it down the middle. Brilliant. Perfect. Okay, so we've got to the hybrid, and many of you know that this is not normally my favourite area, but I've just picked up the ping crossover. I've got it in a 3, but it does come out quite strong at 19 degrees, so fits in the top end of my bag quite nicely, and it's one of those that I like it a little better because it looks more like an iron to me. Now when I stick hybrids down on the ground, they always feel to me like I'm going to hit them left, which for anybody playing this game right-handed is a horrible shot. I don't want to feel like I'm going to hook it the entire time. So when I put those hybrids down, they feel like they're going left. Somebody said that I should try one of these, tried it in practice and got on really well with it. So managed to get hold of one. So it comes with a Tour 90 stiff shaft in it. It's got the same grip on that everything else has, and as I said, I've got it in the 3, and it is proving to be a bit of a weapon at the minute. I'm really enjoying it, flighting it a little lower off the tee, can still hit it nice and high. It sort of runs in the same vein as the 3 and the 4 iron that already sit in my set. Gives me that added forgiveness, and with this as well, that extra bit of length off the tee. So if I do need to hit it a little bit further down a tighter hole, I can do that. But also some of those like either long par 3s or long par 4 shots, or even like shorter shots into par 5s, it just gives me that bridge between smashing 3-wood and having to really bust a real long iron. So it's sitting in there really nicely at the moment, but that's enough talking. I better hit one for you guys. Okay guys, so we're down to the Fairway Wood and my trusty weapon. So the Sonotec has been with me for many years. I can't actually remember a year when it hasn't been in the bag. I can't actually remember what was in the bag before this got there, but it is not coming out anytime soon. This thing is amazing. I can't find anything that goes straighter, longer, feels anywhere near as good. It just, you won't have heard of it probably. It's scratched, it's battered, it's been resprayed, it's amazing. Okay, I've got a Matrix Ozic Code 7 shaft in there, matte finish with quite a little bit of bag rub on it. That's the only thing that sort of annoys me a little bit, but with a matte shaft you're always going to get that. Same grips all the way through, so multi-compounds the wrong way round on those. And I was going to hit a shot on course for you, but it wasn't really that picturesque. Well, not as picturesque as this shot with it. So as you can see, North Berwick, 18th hole, fairly intimidating, couldn't hit it right, hit this faithful steed right in the middle of the green, 2-putted for a birdie to finish the Scottish trip off in style. Fairway Woods, Sonotec. Should you have a Sonotec? I think you should. Okay guys, so we're at driver and I've got the M1. Now this is the original M1, so things that work tend to stay in my bag for quite a while, and drivers and 3-woods and bits and pieces tend to stick around for quite a while. If I start to like it, I keep it. So these have got both the cartridge weights in the back here. This apparently gets the M1 as close to the M2 as possible, so really forgiving. Make sure I can get that up in the air and launch it nicely. It's a 9.5 degree head, but however it's set at 10.25, so just to add in a little bit of loft through there. And I've actually got the Kuru Cage stiff 60-gram shaft in there with the same grips on as well. So nothing really fancy, nothing exotic too much throughout the whole bag. It's fairly bog standard on what comes with, but I was going to hit, like with the Fairways, I was going to hit a shot for you, but I've hit a shot with this recently in Scotland, which is just far better than any of the scenery around here at the moment. So here it is. So that drive at the Renaissance Club was incredible. Got over the water, round the side, hit the wedge in, and just missed the putt for birdie. Would have made the hole absolutely perfect. But guys, that is my bag in terms of clubs. I'm going to go back inside now and see what I've got inside the bag. Okay guys, so what's inside my bag? So now I'm just going to talk you through the items that are on the floor here. Firstly, we'll start over here to the left. Now this is a bit of a top tip, just a sandwich bag. So inside this sandwich bag is all my gloves. So trying to keep them as dry as I can in all weathers. I've got some hand warmers, I've got a wet glove in there. But the idea behind that is that if my bag gets soaked through, I can seal these two bags up and keep at least one of these gloves dry. There's a combination between quite a well-used glove in this one, not such a well-used, this one's pretty new. Try and keep them in that order. I always try and feel like I'm trying to wear a glove in practice or something. I don't really like playing in a brand new glove. We've obviously got headphones, so when I'm practicing, I have to, well, if I want to do a long practice, I normally have to have my headphones in, so I've got those. We're going to talk about the ball. So we're using a, if I can get it to focus, it is a standard Pro V1. Try and get number 2s if I can. for no other reason than it seems to be my lucky number, but no other reason really. I've got a very old Bushnell Tour V2. This has been with me for years on end. I can't speak highly enough of any measuring device. Once you get used to it, it becomes literally part of your routine, but also if it's not there one day or the batteries run out, it becomes a bit of a problem for me. Really rubbish at judging distance if I haven't got this with me. And I've always got, in this bag over here, a few batteries for this thing, just in case. So other than that, I've got a pouch. In this pouch is just everything really. A bit of sun cream, a Lucky Charm that my gran gave me years and years and years ago that just sits in my bag. Hay fever tablets, Sharpie, pencils, T markers, pitch mark repairers, all that sort of thing in one place, so I don't have to be rummaging around my bag for that. Got nice towel, obviously when I went to play at Wentworth got that, but it's microfiber, just find they're a little bit better to use. And then these ones are the bits that we were talking about earlier on, so the two training aids that I've got in the bag. I've actually got the Tour Striker Smart Ball. You would have seen maybe Rory using this at times. So you blow this up, it's like it's a round ball that sits in between your forearms, that works on your takeaway, and some other bits and pieces. If you haven't seen anything from Tour Striker, go and check that out. Martin Chuck, a very, very knowledgeable coach. Make sure you check him out on all social media platforms. And then with the putting, this is the Aim Point Speed Strip, so this is what I've been working with. So it is, as you see it there, you're working from the black line backwards, and you're working on different lengths of backswing for different speeds of greens, and also where your comfort level sits, whether it's green, blue or red, and then working on that, and then time on the way through, so trying to judge those distances on the way back, and then time and motion on the way through to try and judge the pace a little bit better. So as you can see, it is the next day. I have changed my shirt today, so that's a look at everything I've got in my bag, including the clubs and all the bits and pieces I use in and around my rounds of golf as well. There are some bits that go in on a daily basis, so obviously water, snacks and bits and pieces, but we've got a video coming on that very soon, so look out for our nutrition video coming, both Project Left and Project Win for that one. So guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to hit the subscribe button, that will help me and Simon out massively. That will get you all of our content as soon as we release it, and if you hit that bell icon, we get that notification sent out straight away so you don't miss anything. So guys, as always, thanks for watching Project Win, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot.